With everything that has been going on so far, there's been a lot of people who have been on social media making videos of their absolute hate of Black people. And I think it's funny because to me it just shows that they have a screw loose and they have went over the deep end. You have to think what's making these people do it is because they're losing power, things are slipping away from them, and they don't know how else to act but like a damn rhesus monkey. So it's been a lot of videos just out there. Sometimes I think it is to get likes and views because anything that we react to, it just goes viral, it goes everywhere. It might be the new thing to have people look at the video because there are racial slurs or something racist in it. And people are willing to do anything to be famous, to make money, to go viral, to be seen in the public eye. Being famous is number one to some people. So I believe some people are doing it to have their name and face put out there and to have us talk about it. But another part of me feels like, this is how they really feel. They can't contain it anymore. And they're showing their cold black heart. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit more about things that are going on where I live, which is in Indiana, the good old state where your Vice President Pence come from. And there was a Noblesville male that was in front of a school wearing a Nazi flag, saying racial slurs. And now he wants to say he's ashamed because somebody got in his ear and said, "You're a dumbass, you're a fool, you're going to ruin your life if you do this. You have no business being so overt. You should do it covertly." And I believe that is the type of person that got to him. But there was not a drop of sincerity. He was just being forced to do it because the story got to the local news and he was out there and everybody saw him. He looks like a little dumbass, but
students and parents are upset over a video showing a Noblesville high school student shouting racial slurs. Only RTV6's Graham Hunter talked to the teenager.
Matt Blood says it all started with a dare that was captured on social media. He was hanging with friends here at Forest Park when he made the racial slurs. Now the video has gone viral, and administrators at Noblesville High School are looking into the incident.
Where's your flag?
This is video of Matt Blood.
Scream in a megaphone a lot of hateful things I shouldn't have.
While draped with the Nazi flag.
That flag, do you know what that represents? Yeah. A lot of hatred. A lot of people died.
Someone had to say something about it.
Raven Cobb shared the video on social media.
Those kids are just making it seem like it's okay to say all that stuff in and outside of the school, which it's not okay whatsoever.
This is a big, diverse group of people.
Christy Crease saw the video on a Noblesville school's Facebook group. She has a son who goes to Noblesville High School.
I definitely think something needs to be done about that because there are kids that are African American here.
Noblesville schools released this statement. We are aware of the ugly social media post that has been circulating recently. We do not condone this type of behavior and are passionate about creating an environment where all our students and staff feel respected. We are addressing this issue with the students in question.
I'm sincerely, ashamed of myself. Wish I wouldn't have done it.
Blood gave me a reason for why he shouted the slurs.
They dared me to do something. I did it because I really never backed down from a dare.
He tells me he lost his job and is worried his parents might as well, and now he's worried about his future.
Plan to join the army, but that's probably not going to happen now. I'm so sorry for all the people that I've offended. I'm ashamed of myself, there's no questions about it. Family's ashamed of me. And, I wish I could change it.
When I asked a district spokesperson if discipline would be handed out, they referred me to the school's code of conduct, which applies to students on campus or while involved in school activities or if a student engages in unlawful activity off campus and outside of school hours. We did offer Noblesville School District officials an opportunity to discuss this video on camera, but we never heard back.
I knew the story would really come out about why he was apologizing, because I didn't believe the apology that he gave. Obviously, he lost his job. Obviously, he's in trouble. He can't go to the military because nobody likes a overt racist. Covert is fine, but not overt, where you have evidence of them being that way, so that label and that stigma can be put on them. But his parents might lose their job. So that's why he apologized, because someone told on him, snitched on him, and he ended up, having to pay for it. So that's why he is really sorry. He's not sorry about what he did, because first of all, why are you hanging out with kids who would dare you to do something like that? Which means you and your friends have the same mindset. Also, where did you get that flag? Even if you said you got it from your friends, where did they get that flag? And your parents were more than happy to let you hang out with these type of children. Nobody went into his background to see if he has a criminal background. Nobody asked his parents, what type of parents are they that he is hanging out with people who would dare him to do something like this. I mean, who just sits around in their lily white town and think about black people? It's so stalkerish and weird that is the first thing that they think to do. It's disgusting. But this is the video that he made.
Turn around! Let me see your flag! Turn around! Let me see your flag!
Everybody was standing around their trucks, drinking beer, smoking. Your typical country fried cornbread eating hillbillies. But everybody wanted to just put the apology out there, but yet nobody wanted to go further into parenting, into his home life, into the town itself, that you have such a big group of so-called teenagers and kids, or young adult people who are comfortable walking around with that type of flag. And that is not the only thing that they have as far as this paraphernalia, but this is a common thing. So this is even happening where I live here in Indiana. So it's happening everywhere. When you have a president that is openly racist, this is why people feel emboldened. And then when you have, even within our community, where black women are not being protected, and someone would film a black woman getting beaten and laugh about it and watch it, that's even more detrimental. So it's a lot of factors at work here, but they have been emboldened by President number 45.
Said, quote, "Why are we having all these people from S-hole countries come here?" And the president continued to say the U.S. should bring in more people from countries like Norway.
You've seen the comments in the press. I have not read one of them that's inaccurate.
The sentiment the president expressed today is a racist sentiment. Perhaps the White House feels the president's remarks will be well received in some parts of this country, among some parts of the president's base, and perhaps that is true. But it doesn't make what he said any less ignorant or any less racist. Not racial, not racially charged, racist. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not pretend or dance around it.
I know him well and I like him and admire him, but this is a new low.
And for all of you who over the last few years have uttered that tired, lazy, uninformed, uneducated, ignorant response of calling me and others who point out racist behavior racist, you know what? I can't say that, but you can go read a book, a history book,
proud shitholer. The president is growing this country on the backbone of bigotry that comes from what I saw my family called spics, wops, and macro eaters.
I think we all collectively should be a bit embarrassed. I think we all collectively should be a bit ashamed. And frankly, Aaron, I think we all collectively should be a little bit frightened.
I have absolutely no idea how you deal with this man.
This is who Trump is. He doesn't care. He shoots from the hip. And if he offends some people, fine. And you're bringing in people that have very low skills and low education.
The idea that you're not allowed to say that they're pretty crummy countries, Haiti, for example, or El Salvador, what is the problem?
What's happening is the true face of America is being shown, and people don't like it. I mean, he was voted into office and his supporters are backing him all the way. So, you know, you even hear the language of probably, maybe, you know, they don't want to go full force and say, you know, what he is. It's them pulling back on it and still trying to stand together. But he is what he is. I knew what he was. I felt like when he did enter office, because I was like, he's going to get into office, because I believe people in this nation need to see the truth, and what he is bringing out is the truth, and what a lot of people who are melanated knew already about this country, and the people who run it, and the people who are in high places. This is what they think. People are just coming out making videos and saying this stuff because this is how they feel. And there is no more excuses. You can't say, you know, this is someone like Donald Trump who grew up back then in the days where this was acceptable. Like I said, I just showed a video of a teenager in Noblesville here in Indiana who did the same thing. Here is another video of a woman who agrees, and she straight out said, this is what we say when we're around each other. This is what we say at home. This is what we say. And this is what we think, and we all think it. All of them.
Alright, peeps, I'm listening to the news and I have to laugh. President Trump tweeted, why do all these people coming here from the shit countries? I freaking love it. I love this man. Oh my God. And you're going to tell me how many, we've all said it, we've all thought it, you know, you say it among your family, your friends, and he just freaking comes right out and says it. I love this man. He is freaking awesome. He is great. And he's right. Why are they all coming here? They're not assimilating into our country. Why are they coming here? Stay in your little shithole countries. Stay there. We don't want you here. What do you bring into this country? Nothing. Absolutely nothing you bring into this country. I love it. I just have to laugh. I'm sorry, guys. He is the freaking bomb. He is the best. Love this man. Because look, he's saying what we all think, what we all say, and so on and so forth. It's just awesome. It's so refreshing to have a president like this. Just say what you gotta say. What do you gotta lose? Just say what you gotta say, because let me tell you, more than half of this country is all thinking the exact same thing. Stay where you are. Why? Why come here? You don't assimilate to this country. You're not bringing anything. You're not. It's just. I love him. I freaking love him. When all the Democrats are up in arms, everybody's going crazy. He said that. Oh, well, that kind of sucks. Truth hurts, doesn't it? All right, peeps. So I got, because I love it. I just freaking love it. Peace out, peeps, and talk to you guys soon. Bye.
So there's quite a few people underneath this video who is dragging her, of course, talking about her. She's a bottom feeder. I mean, she's from the Caucasus Mountains, you know. It is what it is. But she did tell the truth. I mean, I do believe what she says. They talk about it with their kids and in their homes, amongst each other. This is how they feel, and it's refreshing for them to peel away that fake skin that they had on like a snake, to say, oh, inclusive, I'm tolerant, I'm this, I'm that, we've progressed and all that. They don't want to do that anymore. They want to go full Super Saiyan racist. So this is why you can hear in her voice like a sound of relief. I'm so happy about this president saying what he needs to say. He is representing me and more than half of this country. This is how we feel. This is how we think. This is how we are. And I didn't say all, so I don't want to hear it. But the majority, I'll say the majority, more than half. This is how we feel. This is what we say amongst each other. And this is who teaches the children. This is why there's a teen in Noblesville saying what they're saying, because it's normal in their household. They talk like this. Honestly, to me, people being denied access or being pushed back into their countries, this is happening for a reason. I think it's just about up for this nation. And what's interesting is that they don't even come from this land. That's the crazy thing. Like, they don't originate from here. They don't originate from land. They originate from the Caucasus Mountains. So to sit up here and say, what have you brought to this nation? They've brought nothing but death and destruction to the world. And Black and brown people actually built the GDP of this nation. On our backs is where all this come from, where the wealth, the generational wealth came from. All of that. Slavery, since the beginning of this nation, since the inception of this crooked ass nation, it's been built on oppressed people, which is Black and brown, of course. So for them to sit up there and sit on her flat ass and say something like that, actually it's projection, because it's like, what have you done? And they're losing their minds, because as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of like what Dick Gregory said. I mean, it's over. Like, it's completely up. I mean, it's done. I believe, even though it's horrible to try to snatch people out of their land, out of this land after they've built up so much, you can't do everything that you've done. You can't sit up here and say you're proud of doing these horrific things that you've done and celebrate these figures, these slave owners, all of their forefathers, and to celebrate it every year. President's Day, 4th of July, their pagan holidays. You cannot continue this behavior and think that there are not consequences to this. So a lot of people who think they are being targeted and pushed out, they are actually being spared from what's going to befall this nation. This is not going to be some utopia, because it's already began with the meth and heroin situation, the low birth rate. You see that there are crazy things going on with the weather, mudslides and fires, and it's building to have this nation has to answer for what it's done. All empires are falling, and this one is crumbling. So this is another video, again, another person being racist. What ended up happening is it was on this girl's private Instagram, I believe, and one of her friends shared it, because that's the only way it could have gotten out. It wasn't available to the public, but somebody saw it. They didn't quite agree with her, what she was saying, so they went ahead and put it out to the public, and she ended up getting kicked out of the Alabama college and her sorority as well.
I act like black people. I love how I act like I love black people, because I hate. So that's really interesting. I hate, but I just saved the by shutting that water off. So jump on it, jump on this, jump on this, jump on this, jump on. Not like I'm gonna probably jump on your man with my sorority. I've wanted to be an alpha since I was in high school, and nobody understands how much I love Alpha. And now someone wants to say my fence. New Jersey? She is. So I can say as much as I want. And if anyone else wants to snake me on my Insta for saying I'm in a fur vest, I want you to buy my fur vest. Because go to Neiman Marcus and buy my fur.
So yeah, that was her saying the N-word over and over, and she was cussing, and she's from New Jersey, which she's from up north, not down south. She just went to school down south. So you can see it's the same thing that goes on down south, no different. And it's even worse up here with the sundown towns, especially here in Indiana. People will look at you like you're an alien. Also, with the woman who was saying that she loves Trump, I saw that she was using language that black people use, which is very hypocritical. That we brought nothing, but yet you're saying peeps, and you're using our slang, but we brought nothing. Such BS. And also, this woman, she in the video, she was saying that she'll steal your boyfriend, and he wants to jump on this, I believe. So you want to say the N-word, but you want to screw a black male. Like, it's a very sick obsession. It's not offensive. It's just a sickness with the obsession that they have with black people. Like, they wouldn't have a life or anything to talk about if it wasn't like, who just randomly thinks of that when they are in the bathroom and the water is running and black people just pop up in your mind? You know, to some of the males, this is white bae, this is white queen, this is, you know, the best mother to rear children, this is the standard of beauty, this is the woman to go for. Okay, but I'll go ahead and end it right here. Let me know what you thought about these videos. Let me know what you think about what is going on with all these videos being put out there. Has anything like this happened in your state? Go ahead, drop a comment, let me know, and I will see you in the next one.